Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Life of Lev. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about Sony's response to some of the questions that have still been lingering since the PS5 reveal, such as the differences between the regular PS and the PS Digital Edition, backwards compatibility, and more. No update on the prices just yet, but I will let you guys know what's kind of the speculation out there and what the prices could be. But I just want to let you guys know officially there is no official price for the PS5 and the PS5 Digital Edition. First up, we have the differences between the two consoles, the PS5 versus the PS5 Digital. Now, there was a lot of speculation that maybe the PS5 Digital might have a bigger SSD. It's now confirmed that the PS5 and the PS5 Digital Edition are going to be identical in every way, except for the fact that the PS5 has a Blu-ray disc drive and the PS5 Digital Edition does not have the Blu-ray disc drive. And that's it in terms of differences. So that means that the internal hardware specs should both be identical. Everything's going to be identical except for the fact that one has the Blu-ray disc drive and one does not. A lot of people were hoping that the PS5 Digital Edition was going to have a bigger SSD just because everyone's going to be downloading a whole bunch of games and it's going to hog up a lot of space on your hard drive. But it's confirmed now that there isn't going to be a change of SSD space. Both the SSDs on each of the consoles are going to stay the same, they're going to be identical. Also, in terms of design, of course, you can tell that the digital edition is just slimmer, and then the PS5 regular edition has a Blu-ray player, so it's a little bit bulkier. The PS5 and the PS5 digital edition also have two different stands, it looks like. So that's another difference. And also, the PS5 regular has a eject button for the Blu-ray player. But really, in terms of aesthetics and maybe that the functionality of the Blu-ray player, those are the only real differences between the two consoles. I think time will tell if users are running into issues with the fact that when they're downloading all these games that they're running out of space on their SSD. Now, I think one thing to combat that is I think you'll be able to hook up a external hard drive so that way you can load all your games onto that external hard drive and then just load the games from the SSD whenever necessary. But nothing's confirmed yet, that's just my speculation. This means that it doesn't matter what console you get, your game should perform the same whether you have the PS5 regular or you have the PS5 Digital Edition. All of the hardware specs internally are all going to be the same, including the SSD. So the processor is going to be the same, the SSD is going to be the same, the GPU is going to be the same, everything. Both the consoles are identical in every way except for the fact that one has a Blu-ray player and one does not. Now let's talk backwards compatibility. This is one of the biggest topics, and I'm getting flooded with tons of questions about backwards compatibility, and so I'll get into them. But first, I wanted to just let you guys know that Sony has stated in an interview if you have old PS4 games that you want to play that's on disc, you can be able to just pop those discs into the Blu-ray drive if you get the regular PS5 edition. And if you have digital games that have been downloaded online, they'll be tied to your account. So when you log into your account on your PS5, you'll be able to see those games, download them, and play them. This means that if you have the PS5 with the Blu-ray player, you have the option of either buying the games by disc or buying the games online digitally. You can put in your disc version of your PS4 games, or you can download your PS4 games online that's been tied to your account. Whereas the digital version only gives you the option of downloading your games that are tied to your account. Say you've bought PS4 games that are on disc, there is no word on how you can transfer those games from disc to digital. I was thinking that a solution could be that, you put in some sort of serial code from the box or from the packaging or something, and that identifies that you've bought the game, which allows the user to download the game digitally. It should just make sense if you bought your game by disc, you should have the option to be able to download the game digitally as well. Now, the biggest thing that they have said is that not all the games that you've downloaded or that you have on disc will be able to be played right off the bat at the launch of the PS5. There's only going to be about 100 titles that are backwards compatible with the PS4 games. You'll only have 100 titles, and they haven't released what those 100 titles are. And every month they're going to release more and more PS4 games that are going to be compatible with the PS5. This kind of sucks because I was really hoping that you'd be able to play all your PS4 games on your PS5 right away, no issues. But it looks like Sony has to do some sort of dev work in the background or something in order for the PS4 games to work on the PS5 system. That's Sony's statement that not all games will be backwards compatible at the beginning, but they're working on it every month so that all the games can be backwards compatible. You'll have access to 100 PS4 games at the launch of PS5. Let's talk PS5 pricing. Now, Sony has not released any confirmation as to what the prices are going to be for the PS5 regular and the PS5 Digital Edition. What I can give you is some of the speculation prices that's out there. The PlayStation is actually going to be pretty expensive in comparison with the Xbox console that's coming out. The PS5 with the Blu-ray player is expected to be sitting around 600, and then the PS5 that's the digital edition is going to be sitting at somewhere between, it's either going to be a $50 difference or a $100 difference. It could be $550 or it could be $500. Now, I think if the PlayStation Digital Edition has a $100 difference, I think it's definitely going to make a lot more people want to choose the digital edition of the PlayStation 5 just because it's going to be $100 cheaper and it's going to be more affordable to pick up. And also, you'll have the same specs as the regular PS5 with a Blu ray player, except it's going to be $100 cheaper. Now, if it's only $50 cheaper, actually, I don't think that's going to be big enough of a difference for me personally, to forego the Blu ray player and having that additional option just for $50 more. I think having the Blu-ray player there would be a great option. I don't usually buy games by disc anymore, and this is just me personally. I know there's lots of people that buy and trade games secondhand, and for those people, I think you guys should get the PS5 with the Blu-ray player. But I think if there was $100 difference, I would definitely be going for the PS5 Digital Edition. But that's pricing in a nutshell. I know the real prices haven't been released yet, but yeah, that's the speculation on what the prices are. So as soon as it is released, I'll be sure to post it up so you guys will know right away. Now, I just want to give you guys some buying guide tips, or maybe just ask yourself some of these questions in order to help you guys decide better which PlayStation is right for you. Now, if you guys have a lot of old PS4 games that are on disc, I would generally say pay the extra money up front and go for the PS5 with the Blu-ray player. I think having the ability to play your old PS4 games, if you really care about that, is an amazing thing. Because there's no word on how they're going to be able to port over the disc version of the games onto downloadable versions of the games. So if you had the PS5 digital, how would you be able to play your disc version of the games? Sony hasn't released anything on that, and they might not release anything at all on that. So it's either if you have the disc or if you have the digital version from the Play Store. If there's a big price gap between the two systems, say there's like $100 difference, and you're strapped for cash, then I would say go for the PS5 Digital Edition, because there's a big difference, but you're still going to get the same performance from the system. The only thing is you won't have the choice to play your PS5 games by disc, and or if you have any PS4 games on disc, you won't be able to play those. So just keep those in mind. If your PS4 games really matter to you that you have on disc, then go with the PS5 with the Blu-ray player. Another thing is, do you guys buy and sell your games secondhand? Because if you do, you have to go with the PS5 with the Blu-ray player, because then you can buy and sell your games, trade your games, and you don't have to pay full price for your games. But I know that the PlayStation Digital Store does have a lot of sales. But that being said, if you have the extra money to pay up front for the PS5 with the Blu-ray, then you could do that. And that way, when you're buying your games secondhand, you're just buying them by the disc version. And then you also have the option of downloading games digitally as well. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was super informative for you guys. I hope it helped you guys make a decision whether you guys are going to pick up the PS5 with the Blu-ray player or the PS5 Digital Edition. Let me know in the comments below which PS5 version you're going to get, either the PS5 with the Blu-ray player or the PS5 Digital Edition. If you guys have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Please smash that like button and subscribe to me. I plan to do a lot more PS5 videos and keep you guys posted on any new information that comes out. So until next time, have an awesome day, guys. Catch you guys next time. Bye.